Look at Milos trying to smile. He's trying to hide his smile.
No.
What's up guys and welcome. You're watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Big Ramy. So the Instagram has been flooded with his recent picture of him hitting a rear large spread. And it is all over social media at the moment. He looks bigger, wider, his V-taper looks unbelievably good right now. His triceps are also looking better. But here's the thing. You have got to consider some major factors before giving a final verdict. The angle at which this picture is taken versus the one we saw at his last Mr. Olympia, that is really different. Plus, he is in the off-season right now, so he is supposed to be big, he is supposed to look fuller. And on top of that, he is hitting this pose in a different manner compared to what we saw from him at his last Mr. Olympia. But all that being said, he definitely looks improved at the moment. So all in all, the return of Big Ramy to the bodybuilding stage, especially to the Olympia stage, that is so good for the sport of bodybuilding. He's an icon, not just in Middle East, but he's an icon everywhere where there are bodybuilding fans. And some guys at the Olympia level, especially in that top 10, they are definitely losing his spot when he comes back. So if we talk about Big Ramy's mindset right now, he is 100% satisfied with his look. Ramy has a 10 years plus pro career. The fact that he's still going for the love of bodybuilding, that is actually admirable.
Yep, we are all on track for the Arnold, even though the little hiccup we had this week is, is a pain in the ass. And I got to lay off, obviously, serious hamstring training for the next 2 weeks. But, hamstring has always been one of my strongest suits, so I'm not really too fussed about that. But other than that, everything is still on track for the Arnold. So we are currently 8 weeks out this weekend. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Samson also gave an update 8 weeks out of the Arnold Classic about his hamstring injury. And just because it is the upper back that is his major weakness, so him not being able to train his hamstrings for the next 2 weeks or so, that won't be much of a problem for him. But this is definitely a bump in his Arnold Classic prep. For this particular prep, he isn't trying to come in bigger. As we have heard from him as well as Milos, that Samson was at his best at his last show, which was Prague. He was definitely not as heavy as the Olympia, but he was more drier, he was a little bit on the flatter side. And the reason was they used less carbs for the peak week this time. So Milos and Samson have been working together for over 2 years now, and they have achieved great success during this time span. In fact, I bet if someone told Samson that he would be an Arnold Classic champion and be top 3 in the world just 2 years ago, he would not have believed that. But it all happened, and now there are only 2 guys ahead of him that he needs to beat for him to achieve the biggest bodybuilding title in the world, Mr. Olympia.
Hadi and Rubiel are not confirmed yet.
Right.
Look at Milos trying to smile. He's trying to hide his smile.
No, listen.
As we are all talking about this upcoming battle between Samson Dauda and Hadi Choopan, we aren't realizing one thing, that Hadi isn't confirmed for this upcoming Arnold because of his visa. He himself posted that on his IG story that his visa is still pending. And Dennis James also talked about this on his podcast in his latest episode. Rubiel Mosquera and Hadi Choopan both are in the pending list. Realistically speaking, it's a 2-man race, and if God forbids Hadi doesn't make it to the States, Samson is gonna win it quite easily, quite comprehensively. Because after Hadi, Samson's biggest competition is Andrew Jack. And no matter how perfectly Andrew Jack peaks, there is still considerable size difference between these 2 guys. And Samson Dauda right now doesn't look beatable by anyone other than Hadi Choopan here. Based on Hadi's past travel schedule, where he has been to the US for 4 consecutive years, I don't think it should be a problem for him, and we still have 8 more weeks to go. So fingers crossed.
I want Hadi, that somebody asked me, like, oh yeah, Jay Cutler said, oh, are you happy that Nick Walker is not competing? I said, I don't go to the show, and I want eliminate and sabotage everybody else so my guy would have a lesser problem.
Also, hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.